Well, it's just stunning. It's a stirring sight, but it's incomprehensible. Even a year ago, I wouldn't have thought this possible, that an African-American man could be elected president of the United States. And when I think of it from a historical point of view, and you go back and you think of people, you know, going back the fact that, you know, black people didn't have the right to vote in this country. There was only black men until 1870. In 1870, black men got the right to vote. And of course, it didn't mean much going forward until 1965 in the Voting Rights Act. And at that point, Lyndon Johnson said that the Democratic Party lost the South forever, and there was no possibility, really, of full enfranchisement that would say, you know, black people could somehow be the leader of the United States of America. This is truly an incredible moment of American history. I can't think of another country in the world where you would have a significant minority that was once so maligned and so oppressed, finally have one of its sons rise to this level. This is, you know, I don't care how you feel about him politically. On some level, you have to say this is America at its grandest, the potential, the possibility, and what it says for our children, black and white, the image of Barack Obama and those little girls in the Rose Garden in these years to come, I think is just stunning.
Juan, you know, I can remember going back as recently as 1988 when Jesse Jackson mounted a campaign that went remarkably far in the Democratic primary season and raised, at least for a fleeting period of time, the prospect that he might actually be nominated. And it was thought unimaginable that he could be elected, and therefore there was no chance he was going to be nominated. Just 20 years ago. What's different this time in your judgment? Have American attitudes toward race shifted that much in 20 years? Is it Barack Obama himself? What? Well,
Obama is certainly a stunning politician who ran a magnificent campaign and managed to be a crossover candidate of a kind we have not seen. I mean, what he represents is a generational shift in terms of black politics. He is able to attract white voters, but in specific young white voters in a way that no black candidate has ever done. If you think about Jesse Jackson's base, it was all together in the black community with some reach out to people who were in the far left. Barack Obama's base here started with young white people, not all of whom were in the far left, but who were attracted to his idealism. And the big change, Britt, I think, is in who we are as an American people. You have today 13% of the population is African Americans, 15% Latinos. You've seen a decline in terms of the size of the white electorate. It's now about 75%. I mean, you go back about 20 years and it was 87%. So you see that suddenly the power of the minority vote is much larger. It creates the possibility for Barack Obama to win the presidency. And but the idea that he achieved it in what, you know, I think we have properly described tonight as still a right of center nation is absolutely stunning. He had to overcome so much. I'm amazed that he beat the Clinton machine. I'm amazed that he has been able to rise above the bitterness of black politics in the country, the Reverend Rights, if you will, the people who were in the Black Caucus who didn't think he had a chance, most of whom were with Hillary Clinton initially. Barack Obama surmounted all of that and raised astounding record amounts of money. Let's not forget, for a black candidate, that was always a huge hurdle. He surmounts that as well. So my sense is this is an extraordinarily well-run campaign, and the history books, you know, it's not a matter of just making history here. This may be the cover of the history books.